friends. So wonderful to see all of you here. Welcome to this breakout of our teach-in. That was an amazing plenary session. We're so glad you decided to join us. This is our breakout on racial and gender justice in the Union, our campuses, and our communities. I'm a full-time professor of mathematics at Kenyatta College and a Kenyatta representative to the Executive Committee of the Faculty Union. The organizers of this teach-in feel strongly that our union can play a much stronger role in fighting racial and gender oppression in our workplaces, communities, anti-black racism in particular. Most importantly, we want a union that does not fight narrowly for the economic interests of faculty, but one that works to build solidarity between students, faculty, staff, and the broader community that we serve in order to win substantive gains for social justice. It has been inspiring to see the Black Lives Matter movement explode in recent months, and we feel called upon to build on that momentum that has been established by the activists who came out in the streets defying things like shelter in place, defying social norms, and taking a stand, and that has moved the conversation into the center. We've been particularly motivated by athletes who have basically gone on strike in support of the Black Lives Matter movement. And we seek to, in this session, establish this conversation in an ongoing way with other faculty, staff, and students. So by participating in this session, you all will be helping us to formulate a perspective for future action. We're going to have a dialogue on the overall driving question: what should the role of our union be in fighting for racial and gender justice on our campuses and in our communities? And we're going to start by having panelists discuss their experiences and perspectives. And we will then draw on all of your expertise by going into breakouts to collect your insights. And then we'll ask you to join a newly established anti-oppression committee to continue this work going forward. Our panelists today include Masao Suzuki, full-time professor of economics and longtime labor and anti-racist activist; Danielle Powell, full-time professor of communications and coordinator of the Women's Mentorship and Leadership Academy and recent coordinator of the Umoja Learning Community at Skyline College. We have Dontario Beverly, former president of the Black Student Union at Kenyatta College, recipient of the President's Student Leadership Award at Kenyatta College. He's a transfer student to San Jose State University in engineering and a former student at all three of our campuses. We have Professor Chris Collins, who is a part-time professor of history and distance education coordinator at Skyline College. And I hope that I haven't missed any of the important information about the speakers. I'm going to hand it off to them, and they're gonna speak. And we set the time at about 7 minutes. So by about 7 minutes each. So by about 1:15, we're going to be moving towards a breakout session. And without further ado, I'd like to get us started and ask Masao Suzuki to step in and begin his talk. So thank you all for coming.